Gentlemen, I actually wrote this because I am getting to a point where Sam, this is for you, where the memory tends to go through a few of the challenges, right? So I must admit that. So I'm writing to make sure that I stay on track, right? I consider it a privilege to be able to, share my experiences as far as the result of my encounter. It's an encounter with prostate cancer. Actually, I recall making a promise to God that if He brought me through this, I would do two things. I would share things with men to remove all the myths and the discomfort, and I would pursue biblical studies. And for the past 3 years, I've been doing both. Right? Today, I really want to talk about the adjustments I required to make along the way. Mind you, I'm still making adjustments. My experience is that with prostate cancer, and I assume all cancer, you may suffer some loss. And that may be challenging, even devastating, so adjusting to your situation is very, very necessary. The first major adjustment I had to make was to my thoughts or to my thought process. This came suddenly as a result of hearing those three dreaded words: you have cancer. I agree, it's not a death sentence, but those three words can do a lot of things. Your life can flash in front of you and all sorts of things, right? This was a numbing experience, but I was determined that I was not going to own cancer. So I made a quick cognitive restructuring, which was they found cancer in my body, but it's not my cancer. I'm not owning that. Right? Right? It was in my body, it was not mine. To some of you, this may sound like denial, but for me, I drew the line and I was going to fight. I accepted the diagnosis, but I was not accepting the foreign bodies. That's me. I recall going to lunch with my wife after the visit, talking about it, and deciding to do some checking and some research. After we decided on surgery, I went on a radical fitness program, even replacing the increasing keg with a six-pack. I did have a six-pack when I went to surgery, and I'm proud of that. It's challenged now, Sam, but I'll get there. In the early post-surgery days, I endured the battle between independence and dependence. I needed help, and despite how independent my thinking was, coming to terms with the reality that I could not do certain things was necessary. This impacted my self-concept, and my subsequent state of disability was profound. My wife was very, very supportive, and listen to this, man. I allowed her to be a tower of strength for me despite her 5'0". Sometimes we have to depend and take. Okay? And that height or lack of it doesn't make a difference. All right? I have learned that a man is more than a penis, and that a functioning penis is not necessarily the most accurate measure of manhood. Took a lot of courage to say that. Those of you who had prostate cancer would understand that, right? I've been forced to adjust my social awareness. Let me explain. I make sure that when I'm going anywhere publicly, I know where the bathrooms are. That's necessary. Especially if I'm standing for extended periods, I wear dark trousers or jeans when I'm doing public things most of the time. Right? As you can see, especially if I'm traveling, right? I try not to hurry. Above all, I try to get adequate rest because there's that dreadful dripping that may occur, and it is exacerbated by stressful situations. So I always try to remain calm. On that note, having to wear guards in the early days was challenging. And I recall being very, very conscious of possible leaks and subsequent embarrassment. Right? Coming to terms with pain, discomfort, and the odd sensations have been something else. There have been quick pain and discomfort at different times throughout this process, but the nature have changed. I now have to deal with warm sensation running down my right thigh and discomfort in my groins every few weeks. Right? That warm sensation is disconcerting, and I must admit sometimes it feels like, and I make a quick grab and head off to the nearest bathroom just to discover nothing happened. Thank you. Right? Now, This experience has enabled my total planning ability. I carry a little kit with me just in case, and I never move without it. I always clarify the time span of any engagement, as there are times I tend to get very tired. I may look a little healthy. I may look healthy. There's still a few little muscles left, but things happen, and that's good. I am healthy, right? And I think healthy. Now, this experience has brought me closer to God, and it's made me more aware of how helpless and frail I am as a human being. This is not an easy journey. It has been very humbling, and I've learned a lot about myself. Now, there's a saying that I've adopted into my life, and this is it: pain and suffering is inevitable, but misery is optional. We make that choice. And I choose not to be miserable. Let me share some keys to surviving cancer that's helped me, and hopefully they'll help you. And I recall getting these from an article called Journey of Hope. You're not alone. You're loved by your family, your friends, and God. God is with you. God is your hope. He has plans for you. He will give you the strength that is necessary to get through every day. Never forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.